Hello and welcome back everyone. So in this video we're going to actually install the components of the PAM server. So first we need to install the Sentinel RMS license server onto our PAM server, which is what is then used to distribute the permits which we talked about in the previous video to the clients which have the installed products on them. So to run the installer, we're going to double click on the setup.exe file, which is found within the Product Access Management server directory. So Product Access Management, server, and then setup.exe. So we're going to approve this to run. So this will then go through and install the license manager. When it's complete, you can check that it's been successful by checking that a Windows service is present on the PAM server named Sentinel RMS License Manager. So we're going to accept the terms of the license agreement here. We're just going to take the default values and click Next, Install, Complete. The installation will then go ahead. And once the installation is complete, the wizard will pop up and tell you that it successfully installed the Sentinel RMS License Manager. So we're going to click Finish. At this point, as I mentioned before, we can then check in Services to see if the License Manager has been installed correctly. So we're going to search for Services within Windows. This will bring up the Services view for Windows Server. And then we're simply going to scroll down through the list down to Sentinel, which hopefully we will find is installed. Sentinel RMS License Manager is installed and running. This means that the installation has been successful. Okay, so we've checked that Sentinel RMS License Manager has been installed and is running. This means that at this point, the server components of PAM are installed onto your server. The next step is to install the permits you just received onto your server, but to do so, you're going to need to make use of the utilities provided in the utils folder of the Product Access Management folder found on disk. So first of all, I'm just going to quickly show you that I've received my license file from IBM and I've stored that in my documents for now. So what we need to do is, first of all, we need to go into our Product Access Management folder as before, and we need to go into the utils folder, and we're going to select everything found within here and copy it into our clipboard. Once we've done that, we need to make a new folder within our program files on disk. So navigate to your program files. And once you're there, you need to make a new folder. And this first folder we're going to call SafeNet Sentinel with capital S on safe and capital N on net, but no space, and then space and Sentinel. And then within that folder, we're going to create another new folder, which we're going to call Administration Tools. And then, once we've done that, we're going to paste the contents of the utils folder within this newly created folder structure. Okay, so we've got all of our utilization folders, and we've put them here so that going forward, if we ever need to administrate our PAM server, we've got a place on the disk that we can always come to where we know everything will be done from. This is the safest way to do this, because we have had customers in the past have a copy of the administration tools saved somewhere else. Some are in the program files, some are just in a folder on the desktop. And when you start to have multiple Wlm Admin and other applications running on the disk somewhere, it can cause problems for PAM. So we recommend just creating this one location and then always running the applications found within the utils folder from the administration tools folder going forwards. So the tool that we're going to use next is called Wlm Admin, and this is the application which will then allow us to add our newly created license files to our server. So find Wlm Admin and run it. Okay, when Wlm Admin loads, if you expand the server navigation tree at the left-hand side, you will find that your new server should be listed under the list of subnet servers. So in this instance, this is the name of my PAM server. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to install my newly received license file to this PAM server. If you had multiple license servers, you could administrate them from here. So you right-click on the server which is listed, and then we're going to select Add Feature from a file to server and its file. This will then display the file browser. And from here, you simply navigate to your license file, which you received from IBM, and then press Open. And then all of the rows in the permit file will be checked to ensure that they are intended for your server. And as long as they are in fact valid, they'll then be added to that server. So here we can see that my license files were read successfully and successfully installed. At this point, I'm now able to expand the server, and you can see the permit files installed as well. A quick note on Wlm Admin, the licenses are also then showed when they are in use. So if I were to highlight my iBase licenses, I can see I have 20 of those, and currently none of them are in use. If I were to highlight my iBase Designer license, I can see I only have one iBase Designer license. None of those are currently in use. And again, with Analyst Notebook, I have 20 of those, and none of them are currently in use. You get a nice kind of percentage bar that goes up the more that are in use. So if there were 5 in use and there were 15 total remaining, then the total number in use would kind of increase along here. That's all we need to do in Wlm Admin for now. This PAM server is actually now ready to start dishing out licenses. And that also brings us to the end of this video. So in the next video, we're going to start to look at what you need to do to allow your client machines or installs to actually enable them as PAM-enabled products, and then start pulling licenses from your license server.